Hello everyone, today I welcome you to my world of watches. So today we have a little rant whether or not you should buy a Frankenwatch. Here I have a couple of examples of a basic Frankenwatch. Let me get each and every one up close. The first watch that I ever received of Frankenwatch was this Seiko 5. As you can clearly see, this was never Seiko 5, never left the factory like this. The reference number on the back is a complete nonsense. Couldn't find this watch anywhere. So yeah, as you can see, square, kind of a case. So it actually doesn't run for multiple reasons. I don't know if it's my fault or not. When I got the watch, the dial was indeed dirty. Took out the crown, took out the movement, cleaned the dial, put it back, the movement in, put it back, the crown in. And the crown, when I was putting the crown in, I kind of put it with a degree. And I don't know whether or not I broke something or what, but it doesn't work anymore, But the weird thing is that sometimes when you shake it good, it runs for like a couple of seconds. So it's definitely not my fault. So as you can clearly see, this is the Seiko movement. This is a 6319A movement. I don't know much about this movement. Actually, it's probably somewhat reliable. As you can see, kind of a nice movement, but the watch is complete garbage. As you can see, I wasted like €9 on this, so it's definitely not worth it. Now this is HMT Yanara, I believe. That's how you pronounce it. These are very popular amongst the collectors of Frankenwatches because they're extremely cheap. You get a mechanical watch for very cheap actually. So as you can see, Arabic numerals, nice red second dot, arrow, and it looks nice. It says India, made in India, and a couple of numbers. You can hear how I hand wind it now. So a nice hand winding. This is the case back, as you can see, dust protected, shock resistant, stainless steel, and water, dust protected. Definitely shouldn't take it into the water. And I like doing this a lot. I actually unscrew this case back. I like this movement a lot. It's a simple movement, HMT movement, but it's a very beautiful in my opinion. Simple but beautiful. But the negative about this watch is actually probably worse than that one for one main reason. This is the basic mistake of the watch itself. When polishing it, I believe they polished it too much, and as you can see, the holes for the pins are just extremely wide, and I cannot get any of the pins in. I mean, they are all too small. This is the watch that I got sent for in today's morning actually. This is a Citizen. I cannot get any information off the back, on the back. It says some serial number, but it's definitely nonsense. Nothing is there. Painting is awful. You can clearly see the bottom of the watch. You can see that the dial was painted awfully. This was not an original strap. This is an aftermarket strap. I got it off my different watch. It came in with an awful fake leather strap that was just awful, but this is the best Frankenwatch that I have. I only have 3 of them, but this is the best out of all. So it has a Miyota 8200A movement in it, so it's hand windable and also automatic, so a reliable movement, works perfect now. I don't know how it will in the next 20 days or something, but as you can see, polished throughout. Actually has no scratches whatsoever. Domed acrylic crystal. So I put it on this kind of a Casio style bracelet with this clasp, and it gives this watch a vintage look, I believe. Let me show you the movement now. The movement is actually reliable so far that I have this watch, and as you can see, it's very clean. So as you can see, the watch is clean and nice looking, and you wouldn't say that I paid €6 for this. Actually, it's a beautiful watch, nice watch for €6. This is like a bargain, you know, but you come across these from time to time. Now it comes to this, whether or not you should buy the Frankenwatch. There are a couple of negatives and positives about the Frankenwatch. Positives is that you're never gonna get the same watch. You know, this dial, I doubt you can find a, you know, similar watch. And you get a movement. A lot of people buy these watches for the movements. The movements are actually good, and you know, you can take it apart and use the parts for the different watches. And the second positive is the price. The price is phenomenal. I got this watch, as I said, for €6. It runs great. So the price is phenomenal. Also, you get a unique piece for very little money. Now the negatives. Negatives, of course, as you can see, the movements, some of them aren't very reliable. Also, the finishing is awful on some of those, as I showed you. So everything has negatives. You don't expect a, you know, perfect watch for €6 or €10 or €20. You know, you're never gonna get a good watch for that money, you know, or you're extremely lucky. So now it comes to this, whether or not you should buy it. Yes, I believe yes. Actually, you get a unique piece for very little money. And at the end of the day, it's your money. If you want to do a little experiment, do it. And there you go. You have my initial thoughts on Frankenwatches, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next day.